Yo, what's going on YouTube? It is your boy Ears. Hope you guys are having a great rest of your day, start to your day, whatever time it may be. And I'm going to be going over how you guys can dominate while playing aggressive here in Modern Warfare. We're doing a gameplay breakdown over a 101 kill tactical nuke that I did get with the MP7 on Ramaza. So if you guys do enjoy the gameplay breakdowns, the best class setups, the tips and tricks, or any of my best settings videos, I'm going to continue uploading those to my channel. Make sure you guys absolutely smash the like button in the video, subscribe to the channel, and also turn on those post notifications so you guys are notified immediately when I upload a new video. Here was the MP7 class setup that I was running when I did get 101 kills with my tactical nuke. I actually have on the lightweight suppressor, which actually just reduces the sound suppression but does reduce the damage range. It really isn't a big deal on the MP7 because I only like using this weapon at close to medium range, and sometimes those long range engagements, considering the fact that this weapon has no recoil, I do not want to be slowed down by the monolithic suppressor or the tactical suppressor. So lightweight suppressor is going to be my best bet when using this SMG. I also like to run the FFS recon barrel, which allows me to have increased damage range, increased bullet velocity, as well as additional recoil control. It's going to allow me to beef up this SMG and let me use it at long ranges if need be. I also like to run the 50 round magazine because this weapon shoots entirely too fast to just running the stock 40 round magazine. I'm also running the stippled grip tape, which allows me to aim down sights a lot faster and also sprint to fire a lot faster. It's allowed me to rush and play a lot more aggressive, a lot easier when running an SMG, especially this SMG. And then finally, I'm running fully loaded so I can start off with max ammo and I do not have to rely on constantly popping ammo crates, and I can use my dead silence when I want and when it's absolutely necessary in order to rush. Hopefully this video does help you guys out. Like I said, if it did, make sure you guys absolutely smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on those post notifications, and with all that being said, let's get right into the gameplay breakdown. Alright, so when spawning in on the A side on Ramaza, it's important to push this position right here. Now, this is going to be one of the most important power positions to lock down as soon as the game starts up. You're going to be seeing me taking out multiple enemies as they are trying to flank to the A flag, and it's important to have this area locked down and making sure that your teammates are not getting flanked, because if the spawns end up flipping, you're going to be spawning in on the C flag, which in my opinion is the side of the map where you do not want to be spawning in on, especially on this map. Now right here, I'm just rotating the corners, going back and forth, taking out enemies as they are rushing down this alleyway. Now running an SMG, this is the best style of weapon to use when playing on this map. Now in order to rush properly, you're going to have to stop the camping from happening before it does. Now right here again, I take out this player. I got extremely lucky, and once I get back on this head, which you guys can see right here, their entire team is starting to spawn to my left side of the map. Now this is going to be the end of my quote-unquote camping on this side of the map. Now again, the reason why you want to lock down this area is because once your teammates capture the B flag and they're spawning at the C flag, sometimes the game will spawn them in this, I'm going to call it like the building slash A flank area. I call this kind of like the outskirts of A spawn, the overflow spawns of A. They will spawn their team here no matter if you guys are standing in this area or if you're not. So it's a lot of kills that can be had, and it's also a power position, like I said, that you guys want to make sure you guys are locking down at all times. You guys are seeing that I already have my chopper gunner and I have my VTOL at 13 points in Dom because I was the only person on my team locking this area down, and because we have the B and A flag capped, this is going to be the only spot that they could be logically spawning in at unless my teammates are not in the construction area, which you can see on the mini map. You guys can see at the top right hand side, my teammates are all occupying construction, which is another major spawn. They're not going to be spawning there. They're going to be spawning in directly across the map where I am right here, and that's how you guys can feed off of these outskirts, these overflow spawns. Like I said, I like to call this kind of like the back A spawn. I just call it like the overflow spawn of A because this is where people spawn at when there's literally nowhere else to go on Ramaza. So if you guys are wondering where people are at and you guys are running around the C flag, this is where they are. So here again, I'm just picking them off. They're spawning all around me. I'm playing for my advanced UAV. They're actually shooting in rockets at me. They're trying to get me off this area because they know that, you know, I'm feeding off of them and I go ahead and get my advanced UAV right now. Now, getting an advanced UAV off the bat on Ramaza is probably the best thing that could happen to you on this map, because you can immediately see if the spawns are flipping, which they did here. They're spawning back at the A spawn, and if you guys are the only person at the A spawn, this is the only time when the A spawn is fun to run, is when you're the only person in the A spawn, because you can fully just abuse the spawns. You can fully just eat up the enemy team. They're not going to really have an idea of where you are. As you guys can see here, I'm able just to come up behind these guys. They are completely unaware of what I'm doing. They're unaware of where I am, and once my teammates start to flood it, you guys can see here that the spawns start to flip almost instantaneously as my teammates come back to the A spawn. Now that we are 3 capped, you can assume that they're going to be spawning all the way in the back of the C spawn and also in that overflow spawn point. I absolutely hate when the spawns are being flipped like this. I hate when we're 3 capping on Ramaza, because they can spawn, like I said, in construction. As you guys can see, there's a guy that's sitting in construction, and like I said, they can spawn in the overflow spot. But right now, like I said, I'm running through the construction area. I'm trying to figure out exactly what I'm going to be doing, because I'm actually on a ridiculously fast nuke streak, and they're spawning all around me again. You guys can see here, I'm the only person in construction. My VTOL jet is directly on top of me, and I'm just rotating the back of the C area. Now, they actually do, I'm going to rewind this real quick so you guys can see here. Once I take out this guy here, they actually do spawn behind that white van back there, regardless if you guys are standing in this position. So you need to keep in mind that sometimes, even though you might be standing here, sometimes even if there are teammates in construction, they can still spawn on that white van. So be wary, always check it, just in case you do not want to get picked off by some bum lying down in the back of the map, not moving. So again, right here, I'm rotating back through construction. I know that they're going to be spawning in on the overflow spawn point again, because, you know, I'm construction. If they're not here, that's going to be the only logical area for them to be spawning at. So right now, I'm kind of thinking, all right, I'm out of ammo. I can't pop my dead silence, so I'm going to have to play it a little bit slower, and before I can start rushing again, before I can be aggressive again. And that's the thing about the submachine gun classes in Modern Warfare that I wish they would kind of change. Now, it'd be nice if you can run scavenger and have fully loaded, or have scavenger and have EOD on, but since you can't really do that, you kind of have to pick and choose your battles. You kind of have to pick and choose when you can go full out balls to the wall sprinting. Obviously, if you guys are running low on ammo, if you guys are not running scavenger, I would only suggest running and rushing and running and gunning when you have dead silence popped, because your footsteps are going to be incredibly audible, and that's kind of what I'm doing right now. I'm not really running around too much, because I know if I am going to be rushing around a lot, I could potentially get sound hoard because I do not have dead silence activated. So right here, I actually got my tactical nuke at 74 points because I was able to lock down. I didn't even see right there, they spawned a guy behind the van. I didn't even notice him right there until I saw the sniper glint. So again, make sure you guys go ahead and be always wary of that position. But like I said, I don't like to rush around nearly as much when I do not have my dead silence activated, but sometimes with these submachine gun classes, you kind of have to play a little bit slower until you can start running around again. Once you get that dead silence popped, you can go balls to the wall and start rushing. Now, I want you guys to actually keep in mind what I did right there. When you guys are trying to rush, you guys are maneuvering doors. You guys see that I actually kind of open up a door and I kind of do like a prone or a crouch. I recommend you guys doing this whenever you guys are opening doors in this game. Don't open the door standing up. Always open the door crouched or proned, because you can actually kind of mess up the enemy if there is somebody around that door, because usually they're going to be shooting at your head level. If you guys are obviously crouched, if you guys are obviously prone, they're going to be missing a lot of their opening shots, and you guys can get an easy point blank kill. So that's exactly why I open up doors crouched or prone on this game. And on Ramaza, there's literally a ridiculous amount of doors you have to open up, so always open up doors in this map crouched or prone. So again, right now, I'm trying to maneuver back toward the A flag because I know they're going to be spawning in over here. I always throw a Betty in that position because it's going to catch a lot of the spawn points, and unfortunately, I get taken out by a 725. You can't really play for that. That's just kind of the punishment you get for running around and rushing on this game. It's kind of, I kind of hate to say that, but I mean, sometimes when you guys are trying to rush, when you guys are trying to push on Modern Warfare, you're going to get punished by people running around with the 725. Now the area that I am right now, this is going to be a heavy spawn point. Always check and be careful when pushing around this area of the map. Now again, I'm behind them right now. I'm trying to get behind their A flag. Right here, this guy gets completely world star. Exactly what I'm talking about, y'all. There's people that just literally sit in random corners on this map. Now I'm going to rewind that for you guys right here. This is exactly why I said to open up doors kind of prone or crouched. Now look at where this guy was. This guy was literally sitting in the doorway. The door was bashed open. He's sitting behind the door. I mean, you can't, stuff like this happens in Modern Warfare. Luckily, this guy was terrible. I was able to turn on him. But when you guys are running around and trying to rush and be like aggressive, you will unfortunately sometimes die to players like this. It's just part of the game. It's part of, I guess, the punishment of running around and moving on Modern Warfare. So you guys have to be very aware. Keep in mind, I am running a 4-4 sensitivity when I did turn on this player. Proof that you guys do not need a high sensitivity when playing Modern Warfare. When I rush, I run on a 4-4 sensitivity. I don't play on anything higher. I think it's pretty obvious that was kind of a slower-ish turn on, but if there's any proof that you, like I said, can turn on players with a 4-4, can rush with a low sensitivity, there it is right there. And after I actually kill him, remember that shotgun player, I go ahead and check this back spawn area. There he is right there again. That's going to be, like I said, another major spawn point that you guys can lock down. And I would always check that spawn once you guys run through the A flag. Now right here, again, I'm pushing through the construction area of the map. I'm trying to figure out exactly where these guys are. Take out this guy right here. He was actually trying to shoot my teammates that were on, I like to call it like the top B room, even though it's not really on the B flag, but it's like across the B flag. That's why I like to call that area the top B. Right here, you guys can see that there's some guys back C, just chilling. I take out these two guys here. I've been taking out a lot of the same guys during this gameplay. Pretty much taking out, you know, people that are just sitting and chilling in the back of their spawn. Right there, unfortunately, I got taken out by somebody who I believe spawned in construction. I don't know how I didn't really hear that guy there. He didn't have on dead silence, and his footsteps were completely silent. So, unfortunately, I did die to him, but, you know, it is what it is. Take out this guy here. I'm pushing through this building, going into the C room. Always, when you guys are trying to flush out the C building, take this jump shot here, but sometimes you will get taken out. I didn't even know there was a sentry gun there, so unfortunately, they start to get streaks. I have no idea where these streaks started to come from. Maybe they countered us, they got streaks, they got an emergency airdrop. Like, somebody was doing some hardcore camping in the back. I got spotted. This is what kind of happens when you guys are rushing and you guys are moving around a lot, when you guys are playing aggressive. Sometimes teammates will start giving up a lot of deaths because out of the spawns will be flipped. The spawns will be influenced in a way that kind of promotes the campers in this game, and you kind of have to play for that, play against that. And that's exactly why I went ahead and just called in my chopper gunner here, because, you know, I didn't want them to get any more streaks on me or on my team. So I wanted to take out as many of them as possible that were potentially streaking. Right there, you guys see they're spawning in on the overflow spawn. Take them out right there. And again, they're still spawning in on the C flag. I'm kind of just mowing them down as they're coming from construction, going into the C flag. Because my teammates have A and B captured, they're only going to be spawning in on back C, and also in this area where I am shooting at right now. Now, we have one guy at the A spawn. I don't know how he got back there, but he did. I think he probably had on, like, maybe Ghost or Cold-Blooded, and then maybe he got spotted or something like that. But I have no idea how people sometimes get behind the spawns like that. This game, for some reason, will always spawn like 1 or 2 players just randomly out, and there really is nothing you can do about it. Now, again, I'm pushing through this kind of overflow spawn position again, kind of an area where I always like to push through once I call in streaks or once I do die in a match, because you can usually get the C flag very, very fast and get behind them and start streaking up very quickly. Now right here, I hit the jump wall again. Luckily, there was no sentry gun. I take out 2 guys right here. I go back, check the C flag again. I check in that little back corner, and I got super lucky that this Jinx guy missed his shot, so I was able to take him out. I have no idea what he was doing. Again, some people just love to sit and run circles in their home flag. I guess that guy was just one of those players that just loves to run circles. Again, caught him again, trying to go back to the C spawn. You gotta love destroying 725 players on this game. Take out another player that's trying to get to B, and right now I'm trying to rotate and get back to the A spawn. Now again, I don't necessarily like to push this top construction area, but when there really is nowhere else to go, when there really is no logical push, this is kind of like where I try to use to get to like the shortcut back to like the overflow spawn. Always throw a Betty in that area where I just threw one, especially if you guys are going to be kind of pushing through this top area or trying to lock down the top area. You can go ahead and catch a lot of free kills, as I did right there. And again, they're still spawning in on this overflow area. Right here, I got incredibly unlucky. As soon as I go to call in my chopper, my VTOL jet, I die to, I literally died to a Wilson, which I have no idea how they got a Wilson. So right here, I'm just going for, you know, some kills with my chopper gunner. I was actually trying to get a double tactical nuke because I did get my nuke pretty early in the game, but unfortunately, I was dying to nonsense. I started dying to sentry guns, started dying to people camping. They started getting streaks, and there really is nothing that I could have done pretty much after I got my nuke. So right here, just, you know, picking them off the A flag and just kind of feeding up my kills. Right now, I'm just trying to get, you know, as close to 100 as possible. And that's pretty much it. Just pretty much how you can play aggressive here in Modern Warfare, especially on Ramaz. I think Ramaz is probably the easiest map you can play aggressive on because it's kind of close quarters. It does have some long lines of sight. It is pretty unforgiving with the doorways and all the doors you have to open up on, all the off spawns that they're on this map. But at the end of the day, you can get a lot of kills very fast while running around using an SMG, and I think a lot of us enjoy playing like this here in Modern Warfare, even though it's not really the preferred play style. Hope you guys do enjoy. If you guys did, make sure you guys absolutely smash like button the video, subscribe to the channel, and also turn on those post notifications so you guys are staying up to date and notified immediately when I upload a new video. And I was able to drop 100 kills, 101 kills in this gameplay. I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. Deuces. If you made it this far into the video, odds are you enjoy the content or you are a very loyal subscriber, and I cannot thank you guys enough for your everlasting support. If you guys are unaware, every single night at 11:45 p.m. Central Time and also every single morning at 11:15 a.m. Central Time, I am live streaming over on Twitch. On Twitch, I'm playing Modern Warfare with viewers, subscribers, anybody who wants to go ahead, interact with me, or run a couple games of Modern Warfare. You can go ahead and find my Twitch channel by searching in twitch.tv/EarsXBL in the Google search bar, or going on Twitch and typing in EarsXBL. My channel's gonna be the first thing that pops up. Make sure you guys go ahead and drop me a follow. We are on the road to 8,000 followers, as well as if you guys have Twitch Prime and want to hook your boy up, that'd be greatly appreciated. And if you guys do actually subscribe to the channel with Twitch Prime or actually use a tier 1 sub, make sure you guys let me know over on Twitter. My link is gonna be down in the description below. Tweet me a picture and I'll make sure to follow you guys back and give you guys a personalized thank you. Appreciate all the support you guys have been showing on the videos. You guys are absolutely amazing, and I hope to see as many of you guys over on the Twitch streams as possible. With all that being said, I'm gonna catch you guys in the next video. Deuces.